Welcome to my YouTube automotive channel. In today's video I have a second generation GMC Terrain and I will be talking about most common problems on these vehicles, but from my own experience as a used car salesman. This video will apply to GMC Terrains made from 2018 all the way up to 2024. Now I'm making this video at the end of 2023, and so far most of these vehicles are still covered under powertrain warranty, which includes engine, transmission and a four-wheel drive. So pretty much I didn't experience any major engine or transmission problems on these vehicles. So far I've sold maybe 20-25 of them, but on most of these cars that come to my shop, they have major oil leaks, and oil leaks coming from upper oil pan and the vacuum pump. Okay, now the problem with these oil leaks, the upper oil pan can be a big job depending which engine the Terrain has. These vehicles came with three different engines. It came with 1.5 liter gas engine, 2.0 liter gas engine and 1.6 liter diesel. Now mostly I had only gas engines, so this is what this video is about. And the upper oil pan on a 2.0 liter engine, it's a big job. It's like 15-hour job. But on a 1.5 liter engine, it's only 1.5 hours to replace. So that's something to keep in mind. If you are on the market to buy these vehicles, make sure to check them for oil leaks, because like I said, almost everyone that comes in has a major oil leak. Okay, and the second problem I mentioned, it's a vacuum pump leak. Now the vacuum pump itself, it's not too expensive and it's not too hard to replace it, but what happens, sometimes the vacuum pump can freeze up, and then if that happens, it can take out vital engine parts. It never happened to me, but it happened to a couple of other dealers. They sold the vehicle and customer had problems with the vacuum pump, and all of a sudden the engine was gone. Now that's something to keep in mind. So if you feel your brake pedal is hard to press, that's the vacuum pump issue. So you want to check it over as soon as possible. If you still have powertrain warranty, yes, it will be covered. You will get a new engine. But if you don't have it, then you are in a big problem. So that's something you should keep in mind for sure. Now one more problem on the exterior of the vehicle which I will mention is the right rear taillight. So what happens, the water often gets inside the taillight, and then the LED part of the taillight will stop working. So you have one bulb here, which is a turn signal light bulb, and then you have position lights, running lights all around, which will not work anymore, right? And this happens on almost every GMC Terrain I get in a shop. Even if you go like on eBay and check rear right taillights, you will see there is always like hundreds of right ones sold and almost none of the left ones. So this only happens on the right side. I mean, it's not too big of a job, but new taillight is like $400 or $500 if you go with a new one, OEM one. If you go online with the aftermarket one, you can find one for $250, but still that's something to keep in mind. Then what else? I had a couple of these Terrains which had problems with locking and unlocking the door. So whenever I would press the lock button, the doors would unlock by themselves. This one I'm making this video on had that problem. And in the end, it's a software issue, so only a dealer can fix it. So you have to take a vehicle to GMC dealer, they have to hook up their OBD2 scanner and they can update the software and fix that problem. So if you have that issue, it's like half-hour labor at a dealership. It's nothing too major, but it's really annoying. Now, one more problem on the interior of the vehicle, which I encountered multiple times, is the problem with the display. It either freezes up or it goes black, or the rear view camera stops working. Now, for the screen freezing up and going black, that's again a software issue, and you need to update the software. Again, that's something you have to do through a GMC dealer. Regards the camera, it can be either the software problem, or twice what happened to me, I had to replace the camera module, which is in the back if I remember right. But that's also something to keep in mind. Other than that, I don't really have too much to say. I can also mention that a couple of these Terrains that came in with low mileage had problems with the ABS light being on, and that was the ABS or wheel speed sensor problem, which had to be replaced, and for some reason it's always the front one, either left or the right one. But again, that's not a major fix. Okay, now these problems I mentioned, these are the problems from my own experience as a used car salesman. I do believe these are good cars, they are very good sellers, people love them, and they keep buying them and they keep selling them. But I always try to buy newer ones that still have powertrain warranty, because you never know what can happen, right? But still, like I said, no major issues that I would have to warn you about, other than that vacuum pump which likes to fail, and then it can cause many problems. But for that, like the main symptom is hard brake pedal. If that's happening to you, you want to check your vacuum pump. I hope this video will help you in case you are planning to buy a second generation GMC Terrain. Like I said at the beginning, I'm making this video in 2023, so this is so far what I've noticed. I know in a couple of years these vehicles will have more problems because they will be older, and we will see maybe problems with the engines, transmissions, or something like that. But so far, while they are 4 or 5 years old or less, there is no major issues. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful and educational. If it was, please like it and consider subscribing to my YouTube automotive channel. On my channel there is lots of how-to videos, do-it-yourself videos, car reviews, product reviews, and other similar automotive topics.